Yeah. Homies locked told me my music like keys to the cell. My head like solitary confinement for these demons to dwell. Loyalty over money, be mindful how they treat you as well. I learned that believing in people more than they believe in themselves. Preach it. No Netflix, it's just Henny and chill. She fine as hell, but show me heaven is real. We do acid and shed layers like chemical pills. Watch money pile like medical bills. Swear they never was real. Swear if I read between the lines, they tell me how jealousy feels.
15 minutes of fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go. 15 minutes of fame. My guy. Always blessing me, man. Appreciate your time, brother. Hollow the nine. What's up, brother?
Yes. You already said it. Too blessed to be stressed.
That's a fact.
You know, Mr. Luffy.
That's a fact. Yo, so I know you got things you gotta do, man. So we first off, man, I think I saw you you had your son on something you did, and who was he imitating? Was it Red?
Oh, Red. Yeah. Luffy, please. I can't rap.
Hilarious. Yeah, that was hilarious. So talk to me about how you felt about the event in the whole.
Well, I didn't have no feelings invested in it. I was just a fan watching for the night.
Right.
I didn't have no feelings invested. Like, at the end of the day, I wish the event could have been a little more entertaining as from a fan standpoint. But I understand that's the risk you take. You know, you watch Floyd Mayweather. Sometimes his fights ain't entertaining. So I didn't really have no feelings like, oh, I'm upset, I'm mad, or I'm disappointed. Like I didn't have none of that.
Okay. Now, as a battle rapper and one of the the top battle rappers, can you actually judge that event or the battle rappers themselves and say what was good or what was bad about it? Or how about this? Can I ask you, what was your highlights of the battle, like as a fan and as a battle rapper watching it, and what was your low?
Um, Also, I didn't see the event in full, so you got to remember that. Because I was riding around and I ended up going somewhere, so I was like kind of watching on my phone as I was traveling, and I pulled up at my people spot. So my high for the event probably was that DNA rebuttal. That DNA
Yes.
rebuttal was insane. Yeah, even with that, I said, because you can't do that with cat like DNA or me or Clips or Disaster. But yeah, that was the highlight. Was DNA's rebuttal was insane. Um, the low was probably Red losing his voice, man. Like that was like never seen before, never happened before, and shit like that. And really for that man to perform, he needs his voice. So it's like it wasn't even in his control. You know what I mean? That's why
Right.
me and Leonard was roasting his ass though. You still gonna get these jokes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was probably the low for me is Red losing his voice.
So as you was watching it, were you able to hear like what he was saying though?
When he started rapping again,
Yeah.
oh, I shut it off.
Was that bad?
Well, nah, I just, like I said, I was doing stuff. So when he lost his voice, I'm like, all right, let me make my move. Because my main objective was like to see Hitman and Rock.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, as long as I don't miss that battle, I can see the rest of the battles when they come out on camera. So
Okay.
once he lost his voice, I figured that they wasn't gonna do the rest of the battle. And I think, like I said, I probably turned it back on my phone while I was driving and seen like I think L Will rapping, and I was like, oh shit, they're still going.
Right. Well, right. I guess you cut it off, figuring they wasn't gonna go ahead and finish it
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, I thought it was over.
What about Hitman and Rock? Did you enjoy yourself with that?
Yeah, I enjoyed myself with Hitman and Rock. Both of them is two people that I go out my way to make sure I check for, obviously. And I battle both of them, so I know
Right.
what they both bring to the table. And yeah, both of them dudes did incredible. Like as far as individually, as far as an overall battle, I don't think the Clash made for a classic though.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So they both did great individually, but I don't think they synergy brought a classic battle.
Okay. That's fair enough. Yeah. Yeah. Now, do they both look? Did they look better since you've battled both of them? Have they grown when you watch that battle? Do you say like they've gotten better?
I mean, everybody always gets better because they add new stuff to their arsenal. So I'm sure they've done different stuff to get better. But every on any given night, players play different, teams play different, people perform different.
Mhm.
So obviously we're all aiming to do better. But I feel like I have seen better from both of them guys before. That wasn't neither one of their best performances.
All right. Now, right now, the big thing in the culture is they're talking about the event because of a lot of disappointments in the event. Smack did an interview with me, and he expressed his frustration with everything that happened, and wasn't too happy with certain battle rappers. He never said anybody's name, but he was just not happy with it. I think me and you talked before about, like, as league owner is different than a battle rapper. You know what I mean? The differences of what a league owner does and what the battle rapper does.
For sure.
How do Again, you're a veteran, you're a legend at this stage of the game. How do you feel about choking excessively, um, back to back, on more than one occasion? Or
I
what
ain't got no
advice could you
feelings.
give somebody?
Oh, advice, all right, because I ain't got no feelings invested in what somebody else is doing, because that's that man. Like, advice I could give that I always give is like, if it exists in your head, if you think it's something that's possible, then it is something that's possible, and it will probably happen. Like when I come to battle, like I'm not worried about choking. I'm not worried about forgetting. I don't come to the battle the day of like I hope I remember my rhymes. It don't exist to me. It's not something that's in my realm of thought. You know what I mean? So that all comes with preparation. Lack of preparation, maybe taking too many battles, maybe not being motivated, whatever dude's reasons is, it's your fault. You're the person to blame for it. You got to take accountability, one as a grown up, two as a professional. So no matter how you want to play it, preparation, you're not motivated, this, that, and the third, it's still your fault. You know?
Motivation, I think, is one of the key words. Like, I think a lot of people take battles just because of the money and not the motivation, even if they're not motivated for it. Um, is that a bad move?
I mean, like what are we doing here? Like, what's the objective here? If the objective is to get money, these niggas need to go be drug dealers because there's way more money in selling drugs than in battle. Like, it ain't that much money out here in battle rap. Like, there's so much other ways to make money. Like, scratch the drug dealer comment. That was me just being an asshole. But you could be a reseller on Amazon. Like, you could start doing marketing on your page. You could start selling stuff. Like, it's so many ways to get money. So if the objective is money, I don't know why they squeezing battle rap for the money. It's much bigger money out here doing other shit. Like these dudes need to get a hustle if that's the case. You know what I mean? Like if you're just chasing money and you really need money, like it's multiple hustles. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't stop. Like I do more than just what appears to the eye. Like you know what I mean? So if it's about money. Yeah, niggas need to find another hustle.
Again, I think that's what happens with a lot of battle rappers. They start taking a lot of battles, and it's just about the money, but it also affects their status. See, a guy like you that didn't rely, can I say you've never really relied on battle rap money as a means of your living?
No, I think we all have. Like, don't get it misconstrued. Like,
Mhm.
we all have anybody that battled. One thing I want to say is, it's like you notice how when Casita started doing Wildin' Out, he stopped battling. Like, nobody really wants to consistently do a bunch of battles a year or keep battling unless it's somebody they really want to battle. So that's why you see a lot of cats like me, even Mook, when we started like me with the clothing line, Mook with the movies or whatever Mook does,
Mhm.
like when you start getting other hustles, you don't have to depend on battle rap meets. Now don't get it wrong, that still doesn't mean it's not adding to our income and it's helping us survive and live. So I'm not gonna sit here. I'm gonna stunt like I don't depend on battle rap money because we all do to a certain extent. But yeah, you just got to get new hustles, man. Like I could show you like I don't know if I want to go that far, but I can go in this room right here and show you multiple things that I could resell if I needed money. Like it's multiple stuff that I do like that you can earn money.
Right. Now, the other thing, not only just money. Um, when you let's say this was Summer Madness 7. This
Hmm.
is like the Super Bowl of battle rap. Can we say that?
No, we can't say that.
Why can't we say
Summer Madness 8 is the official Summer Madness. I'll make sure of that.
that? We'll get to Summer Madness 8. But Summer Madness in general is supposed it was designed to be that, right? Like every
For
time a
sure.
Summer Madness come around, we're gonna have the best of the best on Summer
For sure.
Madness,
For sure.
right? So when you have an opportunity to get on something like Summer Madness, you've never dropped the ball. But what I'm trying to ask you things not
Hmm.
to really discredit anybody, but just to get your opinion as somebody that gets on these stages, especially when it's a big event and you show up and show out. But
Okay, well, I can give you this then. The reason Hitman had a great performance, Hitman is in a similar position that I'm in. When me and Hitman go up there, we still have that hypeness. We're still excited to a certain degree. Like we still feel like, oh, I can't wait for the people to see this. Oh, I got this that they don't know I'm gonna do, and these dudes don't got that because they just battled 2 months ago. They just battled a month ago. So it's not that same excitement when I hit the stage. When I hit that London stage, like I can't wait to let this shit fly that I got. You know what I mean? But these dudes don't have that same feeling because they just let some shit fly a month ago. You know what I mean? Like so you gotta build that anticipation within yourself. And, it's rare commodities like DNA, who's an anomaly. He finds that self motivation. Like DNA is similar to me. He'll find a reason like, what? You think you that new nigga and I'm the PG killer? Well, this gonna be the reason I fuck you up. You know what I mean? Like you gotta find that motivation somehow. That's what I did with Tay Rock. I was like, they think he #1 on URL and he the guy over there. Well, let me go over there and show him how I'm gonna turn up on him in his home. Like you always gotta find some type of motivation. And if you can't, then you shouldn't do it. You know what I mean?
and competitive edge. If you lose that competitive, if it's not about being competitive, what's the point?
And then the other thing is these a lot of these dudes out here, you know, this is just me assuming. I could be wrong, but just how they moving is why I would say this. They don't have no goal. Like I always had a goal when I came in here. A lot of people are just doing battles and battles with no ends. Like my goal was always to promote LOM, to push LOM. My goal at the beginning of the grind time was to battle Lux or Moot. You know what I mean? I called them out around that time. I made that goal happen. I don't think a lot of these dudes have no goal. They're just taking battles and getting views and getting money, but they ain't set no goal. Like, all right, after 5 battles, I want to get paid 10,000. After I do 7 battles, I want to go overseas and go battle. It's like no goal, so it's no end. So they just freestyle in their career. You know what I mean?
Now, when they have that type of when they move that type of way, do you think it's wrong for leagues to put those type of guys on these big cards? Part two of that question is, do you think young guys get on these big stages too early?
All right, I got 5%.
On your battle rap?
Um, yeah.
I answer that because I also want to talk about SM8 too.
Okay, it's I hate to speak on what the leagues do because I've never been on that side. Like I've never ran a league. So I'm gonna be speaking out of somewhat ignorance, but I still give my opinion. But I just want to put that disclaimer out. But I I'm gonna just tell you how I would run a league.
Okay,
Let's put it like that, okay?
that works.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say what a league should do. I'm gonna say how I would run a league. If I run a league, this is how it would go. In the contract, I'm putting down that you have to post at least once a week, whether Instagram or Twitter, and you have to make at least 2 videos before your battle comes. That's in the contract. If you don't do that, your pay is getting docked. First of all, I wouldn't be friendly with these dudes, so they would know I mean business. So your pay is getting docked if you don't promote. Period. If you choke, let's say you choke half of a round. Let's say you're getting $15,000 for the battle, and you choke half of the round. That means each round is worth 5,000. That means I'm taking 2,500 because you only gave me half of what I paid for one of them rounds.
Mm.
I'm taking 2,500. Like all that will be in the contract. Like if you mess up, you be docked points. I would even go as far as to styling some of these dudes. Like yo, like I know you ain't getting paid that much. Yo, we got a little fashion joint here. Presentation is everything. Yo, pick from these clothes what you want to wear. We got shit here. Like I think this is just how I would run the league. I'm not saying how it should go. Um, this off the top of my head. I'm trying to think what else I would do. I would definitely be sending people back. Like you know what I mean. If you like choke twice or you messed up twice, you go back to the PGs. You're demoted. You know, you got to be able to get demoted to feel like, yo, I got to go hard again to come back. I don't think they should just like cut dudes off and not mess with them. Like, you know, like you should go to a PG, you know, or some other league where you got to work your way back up. So I would definitely have, and I would
I
also
like
add
that.
incentives on top of that. So these are just saying the negative things. The positive things would be the incentive, which shout out Champion is helping implement. But I would do incentives like, you know, the punchline of the night, it's an extra $500. I seen Big T and RBE say something about that.
Room
Um,
shaker. Yo, that's dope.
yeah, like I would just add all type of incentives also. You know, I would do stuff like you know, if a person like was the performer of the night, you know, we take them out to the club that night, everything on us. You know what I mean? Just certain stuff like that. So I think it has to become more intimate with the leagues and the battlers where, you know, they have some type of formal agreements before the battle, not just come up here and rap and we hope you do good.
Yeah, because there's no PR for battle rappers.
Yeah, at all. At all.
Yeah. And what was the other thing called when you first sign up? A label first signs you. What's that they do?
A&R,
Not the A&R. Damn.
publicist.
Not the person. What they do? They
Oh,
have.
artist development.
Say it again.
Artist development.
Artist development. There should be some kind of artist development for them because, like you saying, their clothes and just certain stuff about you. I'm trying to sell you as a brand, but
Oh, and this the other part. I would only let battlers do about 5 battles a year. I would have a cap on how many battles you can do a year, especially if you're contracted under me.
right,
You know
right.
what I mean? I would have a cap on how many battles you could do a year.
I think you might have just rewrote a couple of leagues' contracts.
Hey, nah, I mean no lie. Behind the scenes, you know, I've been telling a couple leagues. I've voiced my opinion. I've told them this before. You know what I mean? I brought up the docking page for choking probably about a year and a half ago. So I think it all should have been happening.
Yeah, all of that makes so much sense, man. Especially when you're trying to groom these guys and you want them to become something because when they become something, you make more money. The bigger they become, the more money you make off of them. So
Sure. And you
that's
gotta be stern about stuff like it's a business. It really gotta be ran like, yo, I know we joke and chill, but yo, I'm taking I'm deducting this. This is just how it goes. Next time, come ready. You know, it's different if somebody said, you know, their mom in the hospital and they got proof. It should be like a job, you know, bring me the proof. You know what I mean? Show me that, you know, you did this or you was in a hospital for 2 weeks. I need proof or I'm docking your pay. And it just got to get a little more serious and more stern.
doctor's note. Shit.
Yeah, bring it in.
It's
Bring
a
it in.
business. You're right. So it's
Yeah.
you shouldn't feel disrespected as an artist if somebody says I need proof of that.
Yeah,
That's
and then a lot of these battle rappers, you know, they need managers because you know, they don't know how to negotiate and stuff like that, and then they feel cheated afterwards. You know what I mean? So if they know they're not a good negotiator, they maybe should have their brother or somebody they know that's you know, a good speaking person to speak for them. You know what I mean?
those are jewels, brother.
For sure. You know, I'm just here to get the game. They said it needs to be sold, but hey, I'm gonna give it out for free.
15 minutes of fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go.